there, Coach Tanya here at the Criticalbench compound, and today in this video I want to talk to you about your fascia. Not your fashion, but your fascia. So, if you have a tennis ball, grab one because you're going to need it. So, if you haven't heard of fascia or know what it is, not a problem. I'm going to very non-specifically do my best to just give you a quick explanation. Fascia is basically connective tissue. It's a huge network. It's one continuous structure of connective tissue that's almost spiderwebby, sweaterish in its appearance, and it covers every nerve, every muscle, every artery, every vein, and all of our internal organs. It also renews itself. I believe it's every year, year and a half. Now the thing with fascia is that it is every bit as important to take care of it as we take care of the rest of our bodies. And a lot of times, sometimes aches and pains and strains, issues that we're having, by simply focusing on a simple home fascial release or stretching program, it can make a huge difference. I know it's helped me tremendously. And you don't need a lot of fancy equipment. You can do it at a gym because they have everything you need, but you can also do it at home and you can do it in your office. And really, if you have a tennis ball, you're off to a very good start. I have a few other things here, like a foam roller. Now, very easy piece of equipment to pick up at like a Walmart, or check garage sales, right? Sometimes somebody's even giving them away. If you've got a neighbor that you know doesn't use theirs, go ask them. All right. This is an actual ball made for fascial release techniques. So it's a little harder, similar to like a lacrosse ball. If you've never done any sort of fascial release or fascial stretching, you may find this hurts a little bit too much, so I would suggest starting off with a tennis ball. And here's actually, you can buy, like in the same size as a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, balls like this. I don't know if you can see the little points on it. They're not sharp, it doesn't hurt. This is actually a child's toy, but it will work. So another thing you might want to think about rating is your child's toy box, because something like this will also work, okay? So we're going to start at the feet, because I'm going to go through 5 techniques that I use myself, and I do these at home, I do these in my office, especially when I'm feeling tight and sore, and I try to do these, I'd like to say I do them every day. I don't always get to it. My intention is to do them every day, but I certainly do them at least 4 to 5 times a week. So all you want to do is you get comfortable in your chair, make sure you got a straight back, put this on the floor, and roll it out. Okay? Really, that's all you got to do, is roll that along the bottom of your foot, and that's going to stretch and give release to that tissue, that connective tissue, okay? Done one, switch it to the other foot. And if the bottoms of your feet are really tight, or if you don't have very high arches, or you got issues with your feet, this will probably feel really good, okay? And if the tennis ball isn't causing you too much discomfort, definitely try something that's a little bit more solid, a little bit more dense, and it's just going to give more pressure, all right? That feels really good, actually. All right, so that's how you roll out your feet. Okay, so gonna move back up towards the body, upper body, because a lot of people tend to, I know I do, sitting at a desk all day, or if you do a lot of driving, you get very tight and sore at neck, shoulder area, upper back. So here's a couple techniques you can do to release that fascia, to stretch it out, and it'll make a huge difference. So again, you can grab whatever you have. If you're starting out with a tennis ball, we'll do that. I like to put a little towel or something under my head. It just makes it easier getting the ball in and out. You don't want to be too high off the ground, so you don't want a pillow. But lay down, just take the ball, get right in there, okay, and just relax into that tennis ball. If you're really tight, you might experience a tiny bit of discomfort at the beginning, but as that releases and stretches, it's going to feel really good. Okay, once you start to feel more comfortable, when you feel that release and that stretching, and it's not it's not as irritating, lift your arm up. Okay, changing the position of your arms is just going to work different angles. Okay, That's all you have to do. These are very simple movements to work through that can make a huge difference in how you feel. All right? Now, of course, once you do the one side, you definitely want to move and do the other side. We want to make sure we're doing both sides of the body, okay? Okay, so moving a little bit further down the back now, I want to show you how to do some stretch. A lot of you probably have seen this or done this and maybe didn't even realize that what you were doing, as well as, you know, getting a good muscular stretch and getting warmed up and ready for your workout, but you're also addressing that fascia. So for those of you that haven't, or you're new to this, again, foam roller. I like using the foam roller for this because I can hit more area. And what I like to do is kind of, it's like hugging yourself, so just kind of loosely wrap your arms around yourself, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, and just roll up and slowly roll back down. Okay? And roll up. And back down. And that feels really good. All right. Now you can do this as well with tennis ball, but I prefer using the foam roller for this. Okay. All right, so continuing to move down the body, we have to hit the glutes. Now, this one can be a little bit uncomfortable, but at the same time feel really good. If you've ever gone for a massage, especially a deep tissue massage for therapeutic reasons, and they get into that glute area with their thumbs or maybe their elbows, you know what I'm talking about. It can, you know, it can kind of make you do those, but you also feel that release and how good it feels. So using the tennis ball in your glute area to stretch fascia, to get that release, is going to be very similar in feeling. And because, you know, we're working with a smaller object, so sort of a focus point of area, just breathe deep, breathe through it, because it doesn't last long. You get that initial, that kind of annoying, irritating feeling, and then it does release. So here's how I like to do the stretch. Get situated on that. Now I did legs today and lower body, so I'm really tight and sore. And I just find a spot and just let myself relax onto that tennis ball, okay? And just breathe through that initial irritating, ouch, and roll, okay? Roll. And you're gonna find areas that are definitely more sensitive, okay? That's really tight. Do your best to focus on those areas and roll through it, releasing that, okay? There you go. And yeah, okay? And just, as opposed to me telling you a specific amount of time you should be doing it, roll it till you feel a difference, that the sensitivity isn't as strong or isn't bothering you as much, okay? And when that feels a little looser, when it's feeling a little better, then switch and do the same thing on the other side, okay? All right, so the last area of the body that I want to show you a stretch is chest or pecs. All right, now I did chest yesterday, so I know I'm going to feel this. You need a wall or flat surface, something that isn't going to move. Get the ball against the wall. Okay, and just lean into that, and again, roll through that chest and pec area. If you have to stop and adjust, that's fine. Now that feels really good. Okay. If you find areas that are more sensitive, definitely with your body weight, just allow yourself to lean in and let that release happen, okay? When you feel that subside a bit, move. I have a spot right here that's quite sore, so I know I need to stretch that out. All my body weight is leaning against that tennis ball, and it's not painful hurting, but I can feel it. I know something's happening. Okay, and we'll get around. All right, there you go. Again, address the other side of the body as well, okay? Okay, so there you have it. My pick for top 5 fascial release stretching techniques that you really need to be doing that can be done very easily at home or in your office. Really, all you need is a tennis ball if that is all you have, or a lacrosse ball if that's all you have. Raid the children's toy box as well. If you have a foam roller, you can incorporate that too. But really, with a tennis ball and a place to sit down and a wall, you can do a lot of these techniques, give yourself a lot of release, stretch out that fascia, and it's going to do you a world of good. Thanks for watching the video today. I hope you learned something, and I hope you start practicing some of these techniques. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel for lots of other great workouts and programs for you. Any comments or questions, you know where to put them, because I do read those and I will get back to you. And please check out the rest of our videos on our channel. We've got fantastic content. Again, my name is Tanya. Have yourself a fabulous and fit day.